Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you found your way here. Let us help you fall asleep. Let's begin with the quiet collapse of Myspace, the failure and decline of the social media pioneer. Take a slow, deep breath in and release it. Even the tallest towers eventually quiet down. Tonight, we gently explore the empty boardrooms and forgotten ambitions of the past. Your mind is calm, and we are ready to begin. The founding of Myspace emerged from a collective vision, driven by several key players who sought to redefine online interaction. The year was 2003, and an environment rich in potential unfolded before them. Krista Wolf and Tom Anderson, alongside their small team, recognized the growing need for a platform where individuals could share their lives and connect with others. This aspiration led to the creation of a social networking site that would soon capture the attention of millions. In these early days, innovation was paramount. The layout featured customizable profiles, a concept that empowered users to express their individuality. The platform's user-friendly interface attracted a diverse audience, from musicians to everyday individuals seeking connection. As it gained traction, it became apparent that this venture was more than just another website. It represented a cultural shift toward online socialization. The momentum continued to build, and soon, Myspace secured partnerships with various artists and record labels, further embedding itself into the fabric of popular culture. This region of the internet flourished with creativity and personal expression, as users shared music, blog entries, and photographs. The excitement surrounding these developments was palpable, as the founders watched their creation evolve into a leading force in the nascent social media landscape. The foundation was laid, but the future would soon reveal unforeseen challenges. The early 2000s marked a pivotal moment in the evolution of social networking. Emerging from a digital landscape still in its infancy, a growing number of users began to flock to online platforms. This region was characterized by a burgeoning interest in connectivity, where individuals sought to share their lives and ideas in ways previously unimaginable. It was within this context that the platform emerged, capitalizing on the desire for community and expression. In 2003, the air buzzed with anticipation for what could be accomplished through technology. This platform offered a unique space for users to connect, interact, and cultivate friendships. The interface, vibrant and engaging, invited users to create profiles, share thoughts, and build networks of acquaintances. The initial response was overwhelmingly positive, demonstrating a hunger for interaction and engagement that few could have predicted. While competition loomed on the horizon, the growth trajectory appeared promising. Early adopters reveled in the novelty of the experience, crafting identities and narratives that resonated with a rapidly expanding audience. This excitement masked the underlying vulnerabilities that would later contribute to its decline. The allure of the platform began to attract not only users, but also the scrutiny of industry observers, who noted the rapid shifts in user behavior and preferences. The foundation was becoming increasingly unstable. Customization and user profiles initially set it apart in the early days of social media. Users embraced the freedom to personalize their pages, creating unique digital representations of themselves. This flexibility allowed for a vibrant display of creativity, from colorful backgrounds to intricate layouts. Each profile became a canvas, showcasing interests, music, and personal connections. Such features fostered a sense of ownership and individual identity within this expansive digital landscape. Amid the growing user base, this region saw a surge in creativity and engagement. Artists and musicians frequently utilized the platform to share their work, leveraging the customizable elements to attract followers. The vibrant community thrived on this interaction, establishing a dynamic network of connections. The ability to embed multimedia content, such as music and videos, further enhanced the user experience, creating a lively atmosphere that encouraged exploration. With time, the very aspects that once drew users began to contribute to its decline. The cluttered, personalized profiles became overwhelming as the platform struggled to balance individuality with usability. As new social media competitors emerged, they offered streamlined experiences that prioritized simplicity. The fading company found itself at a crossroads as the once celebrated customization features began to hinder its relevance in an evolving digital landscape. This shift marked a pivotal moment in its decline. The rise of this platform in the mid-2000s was marked by an unprecedented surge in user growth and popularity. As it introduced customizable profiles, users found themselves immersed in a novel digital experience. The ability to personalize layouts, select music, and connect with friends transformed this space into a vibrant online community. These features attracted millions, with user numbers swelling to approximately 30 million by 2005. At the core of its appeal was a sense of ownership. Individuals could showcase their identities, express creativity, and forge connections. This environment fostered a unique bond between users who became not just participants but also creators within this digital realm. The community flourished, often serving as a platform for musicians and artists seeking exposure. These characteristics positioned it as a cultural phenomenon, reflecting the desires of a generation. The interface, though rudimentary by today's standards, resonated deeply with a sense of belonging. Conversations thrived, content was shared, and trends emerged. Friendships blossomed in this uncharted territory, enhancing engagement and retention. The enthusiastic adoption transcended geographical boundaries, with users from diverse backgrounds contributing to its growth. This digital landscape appeared limitless, teeming with potential and innovation. It was a moment defined by connection, creativity, and communal spirit. The emergence of this platform marked a significant intersection of social interaction and artistic expression. Musicians and bands found a welcoming space to showcase their talents, allowing for direct engagement with fans. This environment nurtured grassroots movements where undiscovered artists could gain visibility without the constraints of traditional music industry gatekeepers. Tracks played on profiles became a staple, transforming personal pages into curated soundscapes filled with diverse genres. These artists utilized the platform as a promotional tool, sharing their work and building fan bases that transcended geographical boundaries. This unique aspect not only enriched user experience, but also fostered a sense of community among creatives. Networking became more than just a buzzword. It evolved into a vital practice for many emerging musicians. While Myspace thrived, an organic synergy developed between art and commerce. Merchandising opportunities, concert promotions, and collaborative projects flourished in this digital ecosystem. Successful artists leveraged their Myspace presence, translating online popularity into real-world success. This vibrant atmosphere attracted millions, creating a bustling hub for music enthusiasts. Yet, as time progressed, the evolving landscape of social media began to shift priorities. This decline in focus on music and artist engagement gradually diminished its once thriving community, marking a significant turning point in its trajectory. The echoes of creativity faded, leaving behind only remnants of its former glory. Financial strategies once deemed innovative began to falter as the years progressed. The initial foray into advertising revenue embraced a multitude of approaches, targeting user engagement in this burgeoning digital space. Banner ads populated the landscape, offering brands a direct line to an audience that was once eager and engaged. These strategies attracted significant partnerships, showcasing prominent brands that sought to capitalize on the social media phenomenon. As competition intensified, monetization efforts shifted towards more aggressive tactics, introducing sponsored content and intrusive advertising formats. These practices, initially effective, began to detract from the user experience. An abundance of ads crowded the interface, leading many users to express dissatisfaction. This consequence became evident as the once vibrant community started to shrink, with users seeking refuge in less commercialized platforms. The decline of user engagement ushered in a grim realization. As advertising revenue waned, the financial foundation of the platform weakened. Attempts to innovate, such as introducing new features and enhancing user customization, failed to reignite interest. The strategies that had once defined its marketplace presence now served as reminders of miscalculated decisions. With diminishing returns and a fractured user base, it became increasingly clear that the monetization strategies had not only failed to sustain the platform, but had actively contributed to its unraveling. Navigating the Myspace interface became a cumbersome experience for users as the site evolved. Initially designed with a focus on personalization, it quickly devolved into a cluttered landscape that overwhelmed many. The layout, once celebrated for its creativity, transformed into a chaotic assembly of profiles laden with auto-playing music, vibrant graphics, and often obnoxious animations. This excess of customization features, while appealing to some, alienated a significant portion of the user base who sought simplicity and ease of use. Users reported frustration with the slow loading times and frequent glitches that disrupted interactions. The once vibrant community began to fragment further as individuals gravitated toward more streamlined platforms that offered a smoother experience. The inability to adapt to changing user expectations became increasingly evident. It failed to innovate in response to the competition, allowing other social media entities to capture the attention of a generation more accustomed to mobile access and minimalistic design. The decline of engagement within this region mirrored the deterioration of the interface. As users departed, the once bustling profiles became ghostly remnants of a more dynamic era. This gradual erosion of community sentiment reduced its relevance in a rapidly evolving digital landscape, solidifying the trajectory towards obsolescence. The platform's legacy, once emblematic of social media's early potential, became overshadowed by its inability to evolve and meet the demands of its audience. The significance of community within any social media platform cannot be understated. Early users of this site found a sense of belonging, forming connections that transcended geographical boundaries. This digital space offered an unprecedented opportunity for individuals to share their lives, thoughts, and passions. It fostered a collective identity among its users, allowing them to express themselves in ways not previously possible. Friend lists, customizable profiles, and music playlists contributed to a vibrant atmosphere where interaction flourished. As time progressed, these connections deepened, but the platform failed to innovate and enhance user experience in response to changing preferences. Other emerging platforms recognized the evolving landscape of online interaction, prioritizing meaningful engagement and community building. They offered new features that resonated with users seeking more than just a digital bulletin board. The once thriving hub began to show signs of decline as users migrated towards these alternatives, drawn by their ability to create more intimate and dynamic communities. The initial promise of connection waned, and this fading company struggled to maintain its relevance. The failure to adapt and nurture these online relationships. Myspace played a pivotal role in shaping online identity and self-expression during its peak. The platform provided users with a canvas to construct their digital personas, allowing them to curate profiles that reflected personal interests, musical tastes, and social affiliations. Customization options were extensive, enabling individuals to select backgrounds, layouts, and music playlists that resonated with their unique identities. This freedom fostered a sense of community that thrived on shared interests and creativity. Through this environment, users began to explore the boundaries of self-expression. The ability to connect with others based on common passions transformed social interactions, leading to the establishment of friendships that transcended geographic limitations. The platform became a space for artists, musicians, and creators to showcase their work, often propelling underground talent into broader recognition. Despite these achievements, the complexities of managing such a dynamic user base began to emerge. The influx of new users led to a chaotic experience, where the original charm of personalized interactions slowly succumbed to cluttered profiles and invasive advertising. Over time, it became increasingly challenging for the platform to maintain its initial essence, as the once vibrant community diminished, leaving behind remnants of what had been a groundbreaking digital habitat. This decline underscored the delicate balance between innovation and user engagement in the evolving landscape of social media. The acquisition by News Corporation brought an air of initial optimism and expectations to the fading company. A vision of revitalization emerged as it became part of a larger media conglomerate, suggesting vast resources and strategic guidance could reverse its fortunes. The allure of capital and expertise promised to rejuvenate the platform and reinvigorate user interest. New initiatives were introduced, aimed at enhancing content discovery and expanding advertising revenue. In this environment, users were encouraged to engage more deeply, and the platform was positioned as a central hub for digital interaction. The excitement surrounding high-profile partnerships and content deals hinted at a new era of growth and innovation. However, this enthusiasm masked deeper issues that would soon become apparent. The vision articulated by executives seemed increasingly distant from the experience of everyday users. Rapid changes, often dictated by corporate priorities rather than genuine user needs, led to confusion and frustration. Feedback from the community fell on deaf ears as the company pursued a vision that failed to resonate with its core audience. As time passed, the initial optimism began to wane. The anticipated resurgence faltered, revealing cracks in the foundation of this once dominant social media platform. The disparity between grand ambitions and the realities of user dissatisfaction became increasingly evident. Strategic changes post-acquisition marked a pivotal moment in the trajectory of this fading company. Leadership shifts introduced a new vision that sought to redefine its identity amid a rapidly evolving digital landscape. The fresh management team implemented aggressive marketing strategies, aiming to reclaim lost user engagement. Yet these efforts often fell short, overshadowed by a growing sense of disconnection with its core audience. The new direction entailed a heavy focus on monetization, prioritizing advertising revenue over user experience. This shift alienated many longtime users who felt their needs were secondary to profit margins. The interface underwent numerous redesigns, each iteration met with criticism for its complexity and lack of intuitive navigation. In this period of upheaval, internal conflicts began to surface. The original vision that propelled the platform's rise was sacrificed in the pursuit of immediate financial gains. Discontent among employees grew, manifesting in high turnover rates and diminished morale. Innovation stagnated as the team became increasingly preoccupied with managing the fallout from these strategic miscalculations. The once vibrant spirit of the platform began to fade, leaving behind an atmosphere of uncertainty. What remained was a shell of its former self, struggling to adapt to a competitive environment that had long since surpassed it. Emerging from this landscape, a formidable competitor, Facebook, began to capture the attention of users with its streamlined interface and innovative features. This new platform resonated with a generation eager for connection, rapidly gaining traction as it embraced the shifting dynamics of social interaction. The subtle allure of Facebook's clean design and user-friendly navigation marked a stark contrast to the cluttered aesthetic of the fading company. Users began to migrate, seeking a more engaging experience, drawn to the promise of real-time interactions and a constantly evolving news feed. These changes within the digital environment signified a shift in priorities, where simplicity and functionality became paramount. The fading company struggled to retain its user base, unable to effectively respond to the evolving needs of its audience. As Facebook flourished, the social media landscape became increasingly competitive, with various platforms emerging to cater to diverse interests. This period saw the introduction of microblogging, photo sharing, and video-centric services, each vying for the attention of users. The once dominant player found itself sidelined, overshadowed by the rapid innovation and adaptability of its rivals. Strategic missteps compounded the challenges faced, leading to a decline in relevance. The decline continued as loyal users turned their backs, marking the gradual erosion of what was once a leading force in social media. Faced with an ever-increasing competitive landscape, the fading company endeavored to reinvent itself, attempting to reclaim its former glory. New initiatives emerged, including an overhaul of its user interface, shifting towards an emphasis on music and entertainment. This pivot aimed to attract the creative community, targeting musicians and artists who sought a platform for exposure. It introduced features like customizable profiles and music players, hoping to entice users returning to its digital realm. Despite these efforts, the response from the user base remained lukewarm. The allure of emerging platforms, particularly Facebook, had drawn many away. Changes were met with skepticism, as the once familiar navigation became confusing. This region of social media began to prioritize streamlined experiences, while Myspace struggled to adapt to the rapidly evolving expectations of its audience. In an effort to stabilize its position, the company also engaged in various partnerships, collaborating with entertainment entities to provide exclusive content. These ventures, while ambitious, often failed to garner significant traction within the market. Attempts to enhance advertising revenue through targeted campaigns were made, yet the effectiveness of these strategies was limited by the dwindling active user base. As the years progressed, it became clear that these reinvention attempts were not sufficient to halt the decline, leaving behind a digital relic of a time when it was once a pioneer. User engagement began to erode significantly, with many former users migrating to emerging platforms that offered more dynamic experiences. As this migration unfolded, it became increasingly difficult to recapture the once vibrant community. The shift was not merely a matter of preference. It reflected a broader evolution in social media culture, where innovation and user experience became paramount. Changes in user demographics contributed to this trend. The younger audience, seeking new forms of communication, gravitated toward platforms that promised immediacy and interactivity. This region witnessed a transformation in how social connections were formed and maintained, leaving behind a fading company that struggled to adapt. The interface, once celebrated for its customization options, gradually fell out of favor, appearing cumbersome compared to the sleek designs of its competitors. Engagement metrics continued to decline, illustrating a stark reality where users spent less time on the platform. This reduction in activity was not just a fleeting trend, it reflected a fundamental shift in social media consumption. The once familiar sounds of notifications faded into silence as users sought more engaging environments, the inability to cultivate a thriving user base. User trust and data management issues emerged as significant hurdles. This region once boasted a vast network of profiles, yet the erosion of confidence became a palpable concern. Users began to question the security of their personal information, leading to hesitance in sharing. Features designed to enhance connectivity inadvertently exposed vulnerabilities, as privacy settings often proved complex and inconsistent. Perceptions shifted dramatically when reports surfaced regarding data misuse. Allegations of third-party access to personal information deepened anxieties. Trust, once the cornerstone of this platform, began to crumble under the weight of privacy violations. Many users found themselves grappling with the ramifications of their digital footprints, leading to a sense of disillusionment. The company struggled to address these growing issues. Initiatives aimed at improving data security often appeared inadequate, and attempts to reassure users fell flat. This atmosphere fostered skepticism, driving users away in search of more secure alternatives. A culture of transparency was sorely lacking, further alienating a once loyal community. As concerns mounted, the platform's user base dwindled, reflecting a broader trend across the industry. The landscape shifted toward an era where privacy and security were paramount, leaving this fading company caught in an ever-tightening grip of obsolescence. The whispers of its former glory grew faint amidst the clamor for accountability and trust. The overhaul of Myspace began as an effort to regain the user base that had steadily dwindled. These attempts included a series of user interface redesigns, each aimed at creating a more engaging platform. The early iterations featured bold colors, customizable layouts, and an array of multimedia options designed to appeal to a younger audience, yet they often sacrificed usability for aesthetic appeal. Feedback from users, initially optimistic, soon turned critical. Navigating the site became cumbersome, with many expressing frustration over the constant changes. It was not unusual for a newly introduced feature to disrupt familiar functionalities. This shift alienated longtime users who found themselves lost in an increasingly chaotic environment. As the company sought to attract new members, they inadvertently pushed away their existing community. These redesigns, while ambitious, failed to address the core issues of reliability and performance. The platform's loading times increased, and glitches became commonplace. This region of the social media landscape, once vibrant and bustling, began to reflect the discontent of its users. Despite repeated attempts to integrate feedback, it became clear that the vision for Myspace diverged significantly from user expectations. The disconnect deepened, marking a pivotal moment in the gradual decline of a once dominant social media pioneer. Mobile technology emerged as a transformative force, reshaping how individuals engaged with social networks. In this new landscape, the once robust platforms struggled to adapt. The rise of smartphones created an expectation for immediate, on-the-go connectivity, a demand that the fading company could not adequately meet. The introduction of applications designed for mobile use allowed competitors to flourish, capturing the attention of a generation seeking seamless, instant interactions. This shift diminished user engagement on traditional platforms, leaving it vulnerable. The user interface, once celebrated for its customization, became cumbersome in the face of new, streamlined alternatives. These advances in mobile technology highlighted a critical disparity. Users gravitated toward networks that prioritized user experience, integrating features that aligned with their evolving habits. The fading company found itself clinging to outdated methodologies, unable to provide the fluidity and responsiveness demanded by a mobile-first audience. Innovation was essential in this era, yet it faltered. The difficulty in transitioning to a mobile-centric approach marked a significant turning point. Users began to view social networking through a new lens, one that prioritized convenience and simplicity, the relentless march of mobile advancement. The rise of the smartphone ushered in a new era for social media, fundamentally altering user engagement and expectations. This device transformed how individuals connected, prioritizing immediacy and portability. Myspace, once a bustling hub of user-generated content, found itself facing an existential challenge. The transition to mobile platforms quickly shifted the competitive landscape, favoring those who could adapt. Those early days of mobile social networking saw platforms like Facebook refine their interfaces for smaller screens, delivering a seamless user experience. In contrast, the fading company struggled to maintain relevance in an increasingly mobile-first world. Features that had once captivated users were now cumbersome on smartphones, leading to frustration and disengagement. This decline was palpable, characterized by dwindling user activity and an exodus of creators. The vibrant communities that had thrived within its virtual walls began to dissipate, as competitors capitalized on the smartphone boom, attracting younger demographics with more dynamic and refined applications. It became evident that Myspace was losing its grip. The once dominant platform could not keep pace with the rapid evolution of technology, leaving it stranded in the past. This period marked a critical juncture where the inability to innovate and respond to shifting consumer behavior sealed its fate. The legacy that once inspired creativity and connection became overshadowed by an inability to adapt. The mobile strategy demonstrated a critical oversight, leaving a void that competitors swiftly filled. As smartphones gained prominence, the platform struggled to develop a user-friendly mobile interface. It failed to recognize the shifting landscape, where users increasingly sought seamless access to social media on their devices. This oversight led to a gradual erosion of its user base as individuals migrated towards alternatives that prioritized mobile experience. The introduction of applications by emerging rivals shifted social engagement, leaving the fading company at a disadvantage. A lack of foresight in mobile optimization resulted in a stagnant user experience, contrasting sharply with the dynamic innovations of its competitors. These alternatives provided intuitive interfaces and engaging functionalities, capturing the attention of a generation eager for connectivity on the go. Engagement metrics began to dwindle, reflecting the disinterest of former users who once sought community within the platform. Advertisers, too, began to turn away, favoring platforms that embraced mobile-first strategies, thereby impacting revenue streams. As functionalities remained unchanged, the disconnect widened, leading to a perception that it was no longer relevant in the rapidly evolving digital landscape. The missed opportunity to harness the mobile revolution became a defining moment, marking a significant turning point in its decline. The failure to adapt to this technological shift underscored a larger narrative of stagnation and irrelevance. User feedback emerged as a vital component in shaping the trajectory of social networking platforms. The absence of a responsive dialogue with the community marked a significant misstep for this fading entity. Users expressed their desires for enhanced features, streamlined interfaces, and more engaging experiences. Ignoring these voices led to a growing disconnect between the platform and its audience. In this landscape, competitors thrived by actively incorporating user suggestions, cultivating an environment where individuals felt valued and heard. It became increasingly clear that neglecting user input not only stifled innovation, but also alienated a once loyal user base. The platform, initially hailed as a trailblazer in social connectivity, became synonymous with outdated design and ineffective communication. The decline was not merely due to technological shortcomings. It also reflected an inability to nurture relationships with those who helped build its foundation. Features that once attracted millions became outdated, while the demands for personalization and engagement went unmet. As the platform remained static, users migrated to alternatives that prioritized their feedback, fostering a sense of belonging. This detachment from the community marked a critical turning point. The once vibrant interactions dwindled, leaving behind echoes of a platform that could not adapt to the evolving expectations of its audience. The consequences of ignoring user feedback proved to be detrimental, further accelerating its downward spiral. Revenue streams began to dwindle, leaving it vulnerable to the encroaching competition. attempts at monetization were often misaligned with user expectations. Advertising strategies relied heavily on intrusive formats, failing to resonate with a community that craved authenticity and connection. This miscalculation alienated users, who began to migrate toward platforms offering a more streamlined experience. Innovation in revenue models seemed stagnant. While other platforms embraced targeted advertising and user-friendly interfaces, it struggled to adapt. The introduction of premium features yielded limited success, as users hesitated to invest in what they perceived as an outdated service. The once thriving marketplace for social interaction transformed into a battleground for diminishing returns. Consequently, investor confidence waned, leading to a series of financial setbacks. Budgets were slashed and resources became scarce, stifling any potential for revitalization. As the user base dwindled, ad revenue followed suit, creating a vicious cycle that left little room for recovery. The struggle to redefine its monetization strategies reflected a broader disconnect from the evolving digital landscape. While competitors honed in on data-driven insights to enhance user engagement, it remained mired in outdated methodologies. The inability to pivot in response to market demands sealed its fate. This culminated in a gradual erosion of relevance. The role of advertisements played a significant part in shaping the user experience during this decline. As it sought to monetize its platform, intrusive ads began to pepper the interface, transforming the once engaging space into a cluttered landscape. These advertisements, often misaligned with users' preferences, created a disconnect. Individuals who had once enjoyed seamless interactions found themselves navigating through a barrage of promotional content. Each click became a reminder of the shifting priorities. The focus on profit overshadowed the importance of community and connection. It was a calculated decision to prioritize immediate financial gain over long-term user satisfaction. This shift alienated many loyal users who felt their experience was compromised for corporate interests. The atmosphere within this digital environment shifted. Where once camaraderie flourished, frustration began to simmer. Users sought alternatives, turning their attention to emerging platforms that promised a more streamlined and engaging experience. This exodus was not abrupt. Rather, it unfolded gradually as individuals began to prioritize platforms that respected their preferences over those that inundated them with advertisements. The fading companies struggled to adapt. Attempts to recalibrate their approach often fell short, leaving them ensnared in a cycle of diminishing returns. With each passing year, the divide between the platform's original vision and its current reality widened, marking a poignant chapter in the history of social media. Content moderation became an increasingly pressing concern as the user base expanded. The platform, once an unfiltered space for self-expression, began grappling with the complexities of policing content. This challenge manifested in various forms, including inappropriate material that contradicted the community's evolving standards. Management struggled to implement effective strategies that could balance free expression with the necessity for a safe online environment. Automated systems proved inadequate in identifying nuanced content, leading to inconsistent enforcement of rules. Human moderators faced the daunting task of sifting through vast amounts of user-generated material, often resulting in delays and oversight. As incidents of harassment, hate speech, and explicit content proliferated, the company faced intense scrutiny from users and external observers. Public outcry demanded accountability, prompting a series of reactive measures that aimed to address the growing concerns, yet often fell short. This reactionary approach created a dissonance between the platform's foundational ethos and its response to user expectations. Increasingly, users expressed dissatisfaction, leading to a decline in engagement. The once vibrant community began to feel fragmented as individuals sought refuge in newer, more responsive platforms. Consequently, the struggle to maintain a welcoming environment contributed to the gradual erosion of its user base. What began as a pioneering initiative now struggled under the weight of its own success, caught in a cycle of reactive adjustments and diminishing returns. The landscape of user engagement began to shift significantly as younger demographics emerged, drawn to platforms that resonated more with their evolving preferences. This change ushered in a new era, one characterized by an insatiable appetite for immediacy and visual content. The youth culture, increasingly influenced by rapid technological advancements, gravitated toward alternatives that offered streamlined interactions and fresh experiences. This region saw a departure from traditional social mechanisms, where Myspace once thrived. The rise of mobile applications and social networks tailored for instant communication further marginalized the platform. It became apparent that those new users sought environments that celebrated spontaneity over customization, diminishing the allure of Myspace's once vibrant profiles. The fading company struggled to retain its relevance amidst this shifting tide. As younger audiences sought platforms like Facebook and Twitter, the older stalwarts faced an existential crisis. They were left grappling with the realization that their user base was no longer aligned with the youthful vigor that had originally propelled their success. Conversations surrounding the platform's longevity became increasingly tinged with nostalgia, as it transformed from a hub of creativity into a relic of the past. The influence of youth culture proved to be a pivotal factor in shaping the trajectory of this once dominant entity. As trends evolved, the disconnect deepened, marking a profound chapter in its decline. A brand identity crisis emerged, as the essence of this platform shifted from being a vibrant social hub to a fragmented relic of its former self. Initially celebrated for its emphasis on personal expression and self-discovery, it attracted millions eager to share their lives. This dynamic environment fostered a sense of community, where users crafted and curated their online personas. Over time, the very attributes that had once elevated it began to blur. It transformed from an innovative space for creativity into a cluttered landscape, overwhelmed by advertisements and intrusive algorithms. Users began to perceive it as an outdated alternative, lacking the sophistication and functionality offered by newer platforms. The struggle to redefine its purpose became palpable. Attempts to introduce fresh features often missed the mark, failing to resonate with an audience that had moved on. This disconnect was exacerbated by a lack of clear direction, which further alienated its user base. The once beloved platform became synonymous with nostalgia rather than innovation. As it grappled with its identity, the former leader in digital social interaction found itself overshadowed by competitors that embraced the changing landscape. The fading company became a case study in the importance of adaptability, illustrating how quickly perceptions can shift in the realm of technology and social connection. Strategic partnerships once served as a lifeline for the fading company, allowing it to expand its reach and enhance its offerings. Collaborations with music labels and entertainment companies initially breathed new life into the platform, drawing in users and creating an engaging environment for creative expression. These alliances transformed it into a hub for artists, fostering a community that thrived on shared content and interaction. As time progressed, the dynamics of these relationships began to change. Late-stage partnerships often lacked the innovative spirit that characterized earlier collaborations. Rather than adapting to the evolving digital landscape, they leaned heavily on nostalgia and past successes. This stagnation became evident as competing platforms emerged, emphasizing user experience and seamless integration with new technologies. In this region of shifting priorities, the once valuable partnerships diluted their impact, failing to captivate a new generation of users. the fading company struggled to leverage its existing connections, unable to pivot effectively in response to user expectations. The community that had flourished began to dissipate as newer, more agile platforms captured the attention of millions. Viral marketing emerged as a double-edged sword, initially propelling this platform into the limelight. Creative campaigns leveraged the user base, generating excitement that led to brief surges in traffic and engagement. Content spread rapidly, fueled by the enthusiastic sharing of users eager to connect. Memorable advertisements and innovative promotions captured imaginations, drawing in new users from diverse demographics. Despite early successes, the reliance on this strategy became a precarious balancing act. As the novelty of viral campaigns waned, the expectation for constant stimulation grew. Users began to demand not just engagement, but substance. The influx of competing platforms introduced a relentless pace, making it increasingly difficult to maintain a distinctive voice amidst the noise. Efforts to replicate the earlier successes often fell flat, leading to confusion and disillusionment. The decline in effectiveness became evident. Campaigns that once garnered millions of views now struggled to capture even modest attention. The initial excitement transformed into a whisper as users began to regard the once cutting-edge marketing approaches as stale. What was once a beacon of ingenuity became a cautionary tale, illustrating how the fleeting nature of viral trends can undermine even the strongest foundations. These missteps contributed to the gradual erosion of loyalty, leaving the platform adrift in a turbulent sea of digital engagement. The erosion of loyalty led to a significant decline in artist presence, resulting in a loss of community engagement that once characterized this pioneer. Creators who had previously thrived within its vibrant ecosystem began to seek refuge elsewhere, drawn by emerging platforms that offered more robust tools and greater visibility. This shift diminished the once bustling avenues of artistic expression, leaving the landscape cloaked in an unsettling silence. With fewer artists sharing their work, interactions dwindled, and the communal spirit that defined the platform faded. Those who remained found themselves in an increasingly desolate environment, where connections became fleeting and conversations dwindled to mere echoes. Notifications that once buzzed with excitement now lay dormant, a testament to the changing tides. As engagement metrics slipped, it became evident that the platform no longer held the allure it once did. Users began to migrate to newer spaces that fostered genuine interaction and provided a sense of belonging that had been lost. This migration further compounded the challenges faced by the fading company, leading to a vicious cycle of decline. The absence of a lively community, coupled with diminished artist participation, left a void that was difficult to fill. What remained was a shell of its former self, overshadowed by the vibrancy of competing platforms that had seized the opportunity to engage and inspire. The dynamics of internet trends shifted dramatically, ushering in an era dominated by microblogging and real-time updates. This transition fundamentally altered user engagement, as individuals sought instantaneous connection and immediate access to information. Platforms that embraced brevity and immediacy flourished, capturing the public's attention in ways that once belonged to the fading company. With these changes, users gravitated toward spaces that allowed for rapid sharing of thoughts, images, and reactions. The allure of concise, real-time communication became a defining characteristic of this new landscape. In contrast, the cumbersome nature of longer posts and slower interactions hampered the ability of the once prominent social network to retain its audience. The surge in popularity of mobile devices further contributed to this shift. Users preferred platforms that functioned seamlessly on their smartphones, enabling them to engage anywhere and anytime. As this occurred, the fading company struggled to adapt, lagging behind in providing an experience that matched the speed and convenience demanded by an increasingly impatient user base. Gradually, the social media pioneer became a relic of a bygone era, overshadowed by emerging platforms that catered to the need for immediacy. The once thriving hub of social interaction dwindled, becoming a mere footnote in the annals of digital history, a testament to the relentless evolution of internet trends. The launch of Myspace Music marked an ambitious attempt to recapture the audience that had gradually slipped away. This initiative sought to position the platform as a central hub for music discovery and artist promotion, leveraging its existing user base. In a landscape saturated with emerging competitors, it offered a space for musicians to upload tracks, connect with fans, and gain exposure. The interface, enhanced with music streaming capabilities, attempted to capitalize on the growing popularity of digital music consumption. Artists flocked to the platform, uploading their work, hoping to revive the platform's relevance. This effort attracted attention, momentarily revitalizing interest in the fading social network. The allure of discovering new genres and connecting with favorites created a brief resurgence of activity. Despite initial enthusiasm, underlying issues persisted. User engagement remained inconsistent, hindered by the rapid rise of more nimble competitors. The fundamental design flaws and declining user experience became increasingly apparent. This region, once pulsing with vibrant interactions, echoed with the sounds of missed opportunities. As the novelty waned, artists began to seek alternatives, drawn away by platforms that offered more streamlined services and better engagement metrics. The fleeting resurgence of Myspace Music served as a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by a company struggling to redefine its identity amid a rapidly changing digital landscape. The shift in user engagement marked a critical turning point for Myspace. This platform, once a dominant force in the social media sphere, began to witness a significant exodus of its user base. Factors contributing to this migration were multifaceted, rooted in both technological advancements and evolving user preferences. A streamlined, user-friendly interface became increasingly desirable, yet Myspace struggled to keep pace, presenting a cluttered experience that deterred new users. Competitors, particularly Facebook, offered a more intuitive design and features that resonated with a generation seeking simplicity and connectivity. The allure of privacy controls and streamlined communication on alternative platforms drew individuals away from this fading company. The introduction of mobile applications by competitors further exacerbated the situation, enabling users to maintain connections on the go, a feature that Myspace neglected to prioritize. Users began to seek environments fostering genuine interactions, leaving behind the chaotic atmosphere of Myspace. This migration was not merely a change of preference. It signified a profound shift in the digital culture, where immediacy and engagement took precedence over customization and aesthetic. As users gravitated towards platforms that emphasized connection and community, the social fabric that once thrived on Myspace began to unravel, leading to an inevitable decline in its relevance and influence within the digital realm. Static features became emblematic of stagnation within this once dominant platform. An emphasis on customization through profiles, while initially appealing, soon revealed limitations in adaptability. Users sought dynamic experiences, favoring platforms that embraced fluidity and ongoing innovation. Myspace's inability to evolve resulted in a growing disconnect from its audience's expectations, leading to dissatisfaction. The introduction of new functionalities became critical in the rapidly shifting landscape of social media. Competitors prioritized user engagement with continuous updates, real-time interactions, and simplified interfaces. This shift highlighted the importance of agility in technology-driven environments. While Myspace clung to its original model, other platforms embraced experimentation, capturing the attention of a generation eager for novelty. The decline of this pioneer serves as a cautionary tale. Reliance on past successes without a commitment to reinvention invites obsolescence. Many features that once distinguished it became relics, overshadowed by newer innovations. User experience transformed into a priority for emerging platforms, turning attention away from Myspace's rigid structures. A lack of foresight led to missed opportunities. As engagement dwindled, it became increasingly challenging to attract new users. This stagnation was exacerbated by a series of executive decisions that altered the trajectory of the platform. Leadership shifts and strategic missteps became commonplace, revealing a troubling inability to adapt to an evolving digital landscape. The initial focus on user engagement began to wane, overshadowed by a growing emphasis on revenue generation. This pivot led to aggressive advertising practices that alienated the very users seeking a personal connection. Key executives, driven by short-term profits, overlooked the necessity of innovation. The introduction of new features often felt disjointed and poorly executed, lacking the seamless integration that users had come to expect. In an environment where competitors rapidly evolved, these decisions allowed for stagnation to cement, leaving it vulnerable to emerging platforms that prioritized user experience. The site's interface, once a hallmark of creativity, became cluttered and unwieldy. Rather than fostering community, these changes created barriers. Users began to drift away, seeking alternatives that offered more intuitive and engaging experiences. With each passing quarter, the decline became more pronounced. The once dominant social media pioneer struggled to retain its identity amid increasing criticism. Executive decisions, rooted in a desire for immediate financial gain, contributed to a slow erosion of trust and loyalty, sealing its fate in the annals of digital history. The role of data analytics became increasingly important as the fading company sought to understand user behavior amidst a shifting technological landscape. Initially, it embraced these tools with enthusiasm, employing them to track engagement and preferences. Insights gleaned from user interactions provided a semblance of clarity, allowing for the tailoring of content and advertising. This method appeared effective at first, fostering a brief resurgence in user activity. As time progressed, reliance on data analytics revealed its limitations. The algorithms, intended to enhance user experience, often resulted in a homogenized environment. Users encountered repetitive content, diminishing the unique allure that had originally drawn them in. The desire for personalization became entangled with an overemphasis on metrics, leading to a disconnect between the platform and its audience. Feedback, once a valuable component of growth, was increasingly ignored in favor of hard data. The platform's response to the evolving preferences of its user base fell short. Instead of fostering community, it inadvertently contributed to fragmentation as users drifted toward newer, more adaptable networks. As each analytic report emerged, it became evident that the original vision was lost, leaving behind a hollowed shell. Understanding user behavior became less about connection and more about retention, further entrenching the company in its downward spiral. The evolution of the term "friend" within this platform reflects a significant shift in social dynamics. Initially, the concept symbolized genuine connections, fostering an environment where individuals could share interests and experiences. Profiles were adorned with personal touches, allowing for authentic interactions and the cultivation of real relationships. This organic approach attracted millions, drawing them into a digital space that felt personal and inviting. As time progressed, the notion of friendship transformed, morphing into a currency for social status. The number of connections became a metric of popularity, overshadowing the original intent of meaningful engagement. Users began to prioritize quantity over quality, seeking to amass vast networks rather than nurture close ties. This transition altered the platform's atmosphere, leading to a crowded space where genuine communication became increasingly rare. The implications of this shift were profound. The once vibrant community, characterized by shared interests and mutual support, gradually succumbed to superficiality. Engagement turned transactional, with users exchanging friend requests for the sake of appearances. This superficial landscape contributed to disillusionment among the user base, prompting many to seek alternative platforms that promised more authentic interactions. The very essence of the platform, built on connection and community, began to erode, leaving behind a fractured and hollow shell of its former self. The allure of celebrity culture permeated this region, drawing in a plethora of influencers and public figures who sought to capitalize on its early momentum. Eminent personalities flocked to the platform, seeking to engage with their fans in a more direct manner. This influx of fame transformed it into a vibrant hub for self-promotion, overshadowing the original intent of fostering genuine connections. As these personas established their digital presence, they inadvertently altered the landscape, prioritizing visibility over authenticity. Users began to curate their profiles meticulously, mirroring the polished lives of the celebrities they idolized. This shift created an environment where superficiality thrived, overshadowing the organic interactions that once characterized the platform. As engagement metrics became paramount, the emphasis on follower counts and likes intensified, further diluting the community spirit. The platform's original charm was now buried beneath layers of curated content and status-driven interactions. With the rise of competing networks, many turned to alternative spaces that better aligned with their desires for authentic engagement. The crumbling infrastructure struggled to retain its user base, as it became increasingly evident that fleeting celebrity interactions could not sustain long-term loyalty. What remained was a stark reminder of how the very essence of connection was sacrificed at the altar of fame and commercialism, leaving behind a desolate digital landscape. The decline of engagement became evident as users wandered towards platforms that offered more authentic interactions and genuine community experiences. The allure of curated feeds and superficial connections faded, prompting individuals to seek spaces that prioritized meaningful dialogue and user empowerment. This shift reflected a growing discontent with the prevailing environment, where noise often overshadowed substance. New contenders emerged, promising a refreshing departure from the overwhelming clutter. They showcased streamlined interfaces and algorithms designed to enhance rather than hinder user experience. The focus shifted to user-centric features, allowing individuals to express their identities and connect on deeper levels. This region of social media became a sanctuary for those yearning for genuine connection, shunning the ornate but. Among the disenchanted, the desire for privacy and control over personal data grew. Users became increasingly cautious of how their information was utilized, leading them to platforms that champion transparency and user rights. The stark contrast between this emerging landscape and the fading company underscored a paradigm shift in expectations. In the aftermath of this exodus, the remnants of the once thriving platform stood as a testament to a fleeting era, capturing the complexities of an evolving digital society where the quest for authentic connection reigned supreme. Rebranding efforts emerged as a critical response to the dwindling user base. New strategies were devised to recapture the attention of former users while attracting a younger demographic eager to explore social media's potential. These efforts included a redesign of the interface, aiming to create a more modern aesthetic that echoed the preferences of contemporary internet culture. The introduction of music and entertainment features sought to leverage the platform's early identity as a space for artistic expression. This strategy recognized the enduring influence of creativity in drawing users back. Partnerships with emerging bands and artists were established, presenting Myspace as a hub for music discovery. Despite these attempts, challenges persisted. Competition with larger platforms intensified as they offered streamlined experiences and robust features. The struggle to balance nostalgia with innovation left the platform in a state of confusion. Users found it difficult to reconcile the new direction with their memories of what it once represented. Marketing campaigns attempted to evoke a sense of community and belonging, yet the essence of the original connection remained elusive. Engagement metrics fluctuated, revealing a disconnect between the brand's aspirations and user desires. The reality of a changing landscape loomed large, casting a shadow over the fading company's attempts to find a renewed purpose in an unforgiving digital age. Negative public relations played a pivotal role in shaping the perception of this once dominant platform. As the years progressed, critiques emerged, focusing on issues surrounding user privacy and security. Reports of data breaches and mismanagement eroded the trust that had once been a cornerstone of its user base. Each revelation contributed to a growing narrative of incompetence, further deepening the company's challenges. Media outlets, initially captivated by its rise, began to scrutinize its every move with increasing intensity. Articles highlighting the platform's stagnation proliferated, framing it as a relic of an earlier internet era. With the emergence of competitors, this once thriving site became a target for commentary that emphasized its decline. The fervor of criticism intensified as discussions about its relevance shifted from hopeful innovation to stories of neglect and missed opportunities. As new platforms captured the attention of a younger demographic, the company struggled to maintain its footing. Analysts dissected every misstep, reinforcing a sense of inevitability regarding its downfall. The public's perception shifted from nostalgia to disappointment, accentuating the gap between past triumphs and present failures. The critique became an echo in the digital landscape, a constant reminder of how quickly fortunes can change when the balance of innovation and public trust falters. Many features once heralded as groundbreaking. The music integration feature represented another moment of ambition. Myspace sought to create a hub for artists and listeners alike. Initially, it attracted a vibrant community, but issues soon emerged. Licensing disputes and poor audio quality undermined user satisfaction. The platform struggled to maintain an equilibrium between artistic freedom and legal constraints, alienating both creators and consumers. Efforts to incorporate video content also faltered. Myspace attempted to compete with emerging platforms by offering a video sharing feature. Unfortunately, inadequate infrastructure could not support the influx of user-generated content. This lack of reliability diminished user engagement and led to a decline in active accounts. The ambitious forays into these various features reveal the pitfalls of prioritizing innovation without a clear understanding of user needs and technological capabilities. Each failed initiative contributed to a broader narrative of decline, marking the gradual erosion of Myspace's once dominant position in the social media arena. Lessons learned from these missteps resonate within the industry, offering cautionary tales for future endeavors. Pop culture played a significant role in shaping the trajectory of this once dominant platform. The integration of music, celebrity endorsements, and burgeoning trends created an environment that initially drew millions. It was a space where self-expression thrived, allowing users to showcase their identities through curated profiles. This vibrant atmosphere, however, began to shift as new platforms emerged, capturing the fleeting attention of a generation eager for novelty. The rise of Facebook marked a pivotal moment, demonstrating a preference for simplicity over the chaos that characterized Myspace's interface. This transition reflected a broader cultural movement towards streamlined and efficient social interactions. Increasingly, users sought environments that facilitated genuine connections, rather than the superficial allure of celebrity culture that Myspace had embraced. A sense of nostalgia emerged as former users reminisced about their experiences, revealing a complex relationship with the platform. While it once served as a launchpad for countless artists and cultural phenomena, its inability to adapt left it vulnerable to competitors. The gradual erosion of its user base became evident as the once vibrant community faded into obscurity. Analysis of these dynamics highlights the intricate interplay between pop culture and technology. The decline of Myspace illustrates how cultural relevance can diminish when innovation stagnates and social landscapes evolve. This region of digital history serves as a reminder of the impermanence inherent in the realm of social media. This fragmentation of user bases became increasingly evident as niche social networks emerged, catering to specific interests and communities. These platforms offered tailored experiences that distinguished them from larger entities, creating an environment where smaller groups could thrive. It became apparent that users desired spaces that reflected their unique preferences, leading to the proliferation of various specialized networks. As these niche platforms gained traction, the once dominant players struggled to retain their user engagement. Each emerging network attracted individuals seeking like-minded connections, effectively siphoning away portions of the existing user base. This gradual erosion highlighted the limitations of a one-size-fits-all approach, as larger networks attempted to accommodate diverse audiences without successfully meeting the specific needs and desires of individuals. The decline of Myspace exemplified this shift, as it lost relevance in a landscape increasingly populated by platforms focusing on distinct interests. The allure of personalization drew users away, leading to a gradual but consistent decline in active engagement. These smaller networks cultivated environments where users felt a sense of belonging, contrasting sharply with the vast, impersonal nature of the fading giant. As preferences diversified, the once solid foundation of early social media began to fracture, leaving a landscape marked by the quiet but deliberate retreat of established players. The transformation underscored the ephemeral nature of digital dominance, revealing a complex interplay of user desires and technological evolution. This scenario became increasingly evident as the landscape of social media rapidly evolved. While it struggled to keep pace, competitors embraced innovative technologies that captivated users and redefined engagement. Enhanced algorithms, mobile optimization, and user-friendly interfaces became the new standard, granting rivals an advantage that the fading company could not match. These advancements offered seamless experiences, drawing in audiences with promises of connectivity and instant gratification. The failure to adopt such transformative measures stunted growth and diminished relevance. While platforms like Facebook and Twitter harnessed the power of real-time interactions and sophisticated data analytics, it remained tethered to outdated features and cluttered designs. User frustration mounted as they sought more intuitive environments where their voices could be amplified. The lack of responsiveness to these demands turned once loyal users into disenchanted spectators of their own social experience. In this region of digital communication, the gap widened. The allure of new features, such as streamlined messaging and multimedia integration, became the hallmark of success. This technological stagnation left it vulnerable to a wave of competitors who understood the importance of agility in the digital age. With an increasingly disengaged audience, the fading company stood as a testament to the risks inherent in complacency, overshadowed by the relentless march of innovation that characterized its peers. A significant shift in advertising strategies marked the decline of this once prominent platform. The emergence of targeted marketing reshaped the landscape, allowing competitors to leverage user data for tailored advertisements. This methodology offered a precision that the fading company struggled to match, relying on traditional methods that lacked the granularity and responsiveness demanded by advertisers. In this evolving environment, brands sought platforms that could provide measurable engagement, anticipating consumer behavior with precision. The fading company's broad, generic advertising approach became increasingly ineffective as metrics shifted towards data-driven insights. As advertisers turned their focus to rivals that could deliver more personalized experiences, the urgency to adapt became apparent. The disconnection between advertising needs and the capabilities of the platform widened. Users became accustomed to more relevant content presented by competitors, further eroding loyalty. The fading company's attempts to innovate were often met with skepticism, as the rapid advancements of others rendered those efforts insufficient. Consequently, a cycle of decline ensued. Advertisers, seeking better returns on investment, withdrew from the platform, leaving behind a vacuum that could not easily be filled. The once vibrant digital community, which had thrived on connection and creativity, found itself in an era of stagnation, overshadowed by the advancements of a new generation of social media networks. The emergence of privacy laws introduced a new layer of complexity to the already declining platform. With increasing scrutiny on data management and user privacy, concerns grew among its users about the safety of their personal information. This shift in the regulatory landscape created an environment of uncertainty, leading to a gradual erosion of trust. Users began to question their engagement within this platform, reconsidering the sharing of their personal lives in light of potential breaches and misuse. This region of social media, once characterized by openness and interaction, experienced a palpable shift in user sentiment. Individuals sought platforms that offered greater transparency and control over their data. As privacy regulations became more stringent, it became evident that the fading company struggled to adapt. The lack of proactive measures to enhance security and user privacy further alienated its community, leaving them vulnerable to the allure of emerging competitors who prioritized these fundamental concerns. Engagement dwindled as former users migrated to spaces designed to foster a sense of safety and reliability. The once bustling activity that filled the digital corridors of this platform was replaced by silence. Each interaction became marked with hesitation, a stark contrast to the exuberance of its earlier days. With every passing moment, the distance from its glory days grew, leaving behind a legacy overshadowed by distrust. The shadow of distrust that enveloped this fading company did not erase its influence on future social media platforms. Many of the innovations that emerged during its peak laid the groundwork for subsequent giants in the industry. User-generated content and customizable profiles became standard features that others would adopt and enhance. This region of online interaction witnessed the birth of networking capabilities that connected users in ways previously unimagined. As competitors emerged, they observed the missteps of this early pioneer, learning from its rapid rise and subsequent decline. Algorithms designed for user engagement drew inspiration from the initial attempts at fostering community and connection. The focus on advertising revenue further shaped the strategies of later platforms, marking a shift in how social interactions were monetized. While the company itself became a relic, its impact endured within the frameworks of newer platforms. Elements such as friend lists, status updates, and multimedia sharing became integral aspects of the social media experience, echoing the initial concepts introduced. The remnants of its architecture can still be traced, illustrating the delicate balance between innovation and user trust. In the end, the legacy of this early endeavor serves not only as a cautionary tale, but also as a foundational stone, influencing the trajectory of digital communication in profound ways. A series of strategic maneuvers marked the final days as it sought to reclaim a lost position in the rapidly evolving landscape of social media. a renewed focus emerged on attracting new users and re-engaging the existing base. Features reminiscent of its glory days were revived, aiming to spark nostalgia and rekindle interest. Yet the efforts carried an air of desperation, overshadowed by the dominance of rival platforms. Redesigns were implemented, shifting the interface to a more modern aesthetic. This attempt at rejuvenation sought to align with user expectations in an age defined by sleek and streamlined experiences. New partnerships and marketing campaigns were launched, promoting a vision of community and creativity. Despite these undertakings, the results remained underwhelming. Engagement metrics stagnated, revealing a disconnection from the very audience it aimed to attract. The once thriving hub of music and expression struggled to resonate amidst the noise of contemporary social networks. The influx of user-generated content, once a hallmark, now felt like a distant echo. Final attempts to pivot into new areas, such as mobile applications and multimedia integration, showcased a willingness to adapt. The challenges, however, proved insurmountable. This fading company, with its rich history, found itself unable to bridge the gap between past triumphs and present realities. The silence that followed marked the end of an era. A significant shift occurred with the sale of Myspace to News Corporation in 2005. At that moment, expectations soared. This acquisition promised an infusion of resources and direction, yet the reality soon diverged from the optimistic projections. Leadership changes ensued, shifting priorities and strategies that would. The platform, once a vibrant community, began to lose its essence amid corporate restructuring. The introduction of invasive advertising diluted user experience, transforming what had been a social haven into a commercial landscape. Users, previously engaged, started to feel disenchanted. Their migration to emerging platforms reflected a growing disconnect. The sense of belonging waned as interfaces became cluttered and less intuitive. This region of the digital landscape saw a decline in innovation. Features that once attracted users became outdated, overlooked in favor of profit-driven decisions. The once dominant space, filled with personal connections and creative expression, now echoed with the remnants of its past glory. As competitors like Facebook rose to prominence, Myspace struggled to adapt to the changing dynamics of social media. The vibrant community that had once thrived transformed into a ghost of its former self. The transition from a pioneering platform to obscurity serves as a somber reminder of the fragile nature of digital enterprises. User reactions varied widely, reflecting a spectrum of emotions as the once vibrant platform faded into the background. Nostalgia emerged as a common sentiment among former users, many recalling their formative experiences within its confines. For some, it represented a pivotal chapter in their social interactions, a place where friendships blossomed and creativity flourished. A sense of loss permeated discussions, as individuals reminisced about the distinct aesthetic and freedom of self-expression that characterized their profiles. Public sentiment turned critical as the platform struggled to adapt to evolving user expectations. Disappointment became widespread, with many voicing frustrations regarding the interface changes and perceived disregard for community feedback. It gave rise to a sense of betrayal, as loyal users watched their cherished space deteriorate into a shadow of its former self. Amidst the decline, the emergence of rival platforms provided an alternative, drawing users away, with promises of innovation and user-centric designs. In this atmosphere, the decline of Myspace sparked broader conversations about the impermanence of digital landscapes. Analysts began to scrutinize the business strategies that had once propelled it to the forefront, dissecting missteps and missed opportunities. This region, once bustling with activity, now stood eerily quiet, a testament to the inevitable ebb and flow of technological advancement and consumer loyalty. The echoes of its past lingered, a faint whisper amidst the ruins of digital ambition. Lessons learned from this fading company reverberated through the corridors of digital evolution. Myspace, once a beacon of social connectivity, laid foundational principles that future platforms would both embrace and intentionally reshape. The emphasis on user-generated content became a cornerstone for subsequent networks. It illuminated the importance of personalization, urging others to create spaces tailored to individual expression. This region of digital interaction witnessed the rise of new players who analyzed the missteps of their predecessor. Privacy concerns surfaced as users yearned for more control over their shared experiences. The decline of Myspace underscored the necessity for transparent policies, prompting future platforms to prioritize user trust. Algorithms began to replace chronological feeds, driven by engagement metrics rather than personal connections. This shift highlighted the tension between community building and commercial interests, a dilemma that persists within the industry. While Myspace struggled to adapt, the successors recognized the need for agility in an ever-changing landscape. The evolution of social media, marked by the transformation of user engagement and platform strategy, carries the imprint of this early pioneer. Its journey serves as a reminder of the cyclical nature of innovation and decline. Lessons etched into the digital narrative inform the strategies of contemporary platforms, ensuring that the past is never entirely forgotten. Analytics played a crucial role in understanding the decline of the fading company. Data revealed user engagement patterns, showcasing a stark contrast between initial enthusiasm and eventual disinterest. The overwhelming influx of users in the early days masked underlying issues that would become apparent through meticulous analysis. A focus on user demographics highlighted a significant shift in preferences. The once youthful audience began to gravitate toward platforms offering streamlined interfaces and enhanced privacy features. This transition was not immediately recognized by decision makers, who relied on outdated metrics and failed to adapt to the evolving landscape. The vast amounts of data generated by user interactions became a double-edged sword, as it revealed the cracks in the platform's foundation. Further examinations of advertisement efficiency showed a diminishing return on investment. As engagement waned, advertisers sought new avenues, leading to a decline in revenue. The metrics indicated that user dissatisfaction was growing, yet the response was slow and often inadequate. In this environment, competitors capitalized on the missteps, leveraging insights gained from Myspace's shortcomings. The analytical tools that could have guided the platform's turnaround were underutilized or misinterpreted. In a rapidly changing digital environment, the inability to harness this information effectively contributed to an irreversible decline, marking a pivotal moment in social media history. The cultural impact of this platform extended far beyond mere connectivity. It served as a launching pad for many artists, providing an avenue for emerging musicians to share their work with a global audience. Independent bands found early success, utilizing the platform to distribute tracks and engage with fans directly. This interaction fostered a sense of community, allowing artists to cultivate dedicated followings without the barriers imposed by traditional record labels. It was a space where creativity flourished, and the lines between creators and consumers blurred. As social interaction evolved, profiles became canvases for personal expression. Users curated their online personas through customizable layouts and playlists, transforming personal spaces into reflections of identity. This phenomenon encouraged a new form of self-presentation, where individuals showcased their tastes and preferences, shaping the online culture that thrives today. Friend connections were made and broken, and the dynamics of social relationships shifted in ways that were previously unimaginable. Yet as other platforms emerged, this cultural significance began to wane. the once vibrant community faded into obscurity as users migrated to newer, more engaging environments. The fusion of music and social interaction that defined its peak created a legacy, albeit one overshadowed by the rapid evolution of digital landscapes. The echoes of its influence linger, a reminder of its pivotal role in shaping online culture. The presence of competing platforms began to overshadow the fading company, each carving out a unique niche within the burgeoning landscape of social media. Facebook emerged, initially targeting college campuses, with an emphasis on user authenticity and a streamlined interface. This focus on real identities contrasted sharply with the heavily customized profiles prevalent on Myspace. Users began to gravitate towards the fresh experience offered by its rival, leading to a gradual erosion of Myspace's user base. Twitter entered the scene, introducing a concise format that encouraged real-time interaction. The simplicity and immediacy of short messages appealed to a growing audience seeking quick updates and dynamic conversations. While Myspace struggled to adapt its identity, these newcomers capitalized on evolving user preferences, further diminishing its relevance. Instagram, with its visual-centric approach, captured the essence of modern communication. The shift toward images and videos resonated deeply with users, creating a new standard for social engagement. The once vibrant profiles of Myspace became a relic as the appeal of minimalism and visual storytelling flourished. Each platform brought distinct features and user experiences that Myspace could not replicate effectively. The competition intensified, leading to a disconnected community where the fading company found itself unable to reclaim its once dominant position. The slow decline marked a transition in social interaction, forever altering the digital landscape. User-generated content emerged as a cornerstone of the platform, allowing individuals to express themselves in unprecedented ways. This shift welcomed a new era where personal insights, creativity, and diverse experiences could be shared widely. As users began to populate their profiles with music playlists, personal blogs, and photos, a sense of community formed, fostering connections across vast distances. The initial excitement surrounding this form of expression created an environment ripe for engagement. Users eagerly interacted, forging relationships based on shared interests and experiences, all facilitated by this evolving digital realm. As the years progressed, the nature of engagement transformed. The once intimate exchanges gave way to a more public display of self, leading to the rise of curated personas and the quest for online validation. This change in dynamics contributed to a growing sense of competition among users, each striving to outdo the other in creativity and popularity. Platforms that followed adopted similar approaches, shifting focus towards user-generated content as a primary driver of engagement. The initial promise of authenticity began to dilute, replaced by commercial interests and algorithm-driven visibility. This evolution marked a significant departure from the platform's original intent, setting the stage for deeper challenges in maintaining user loyalty and trust. The landscape continued to evolve, leaving the fading company grappling with its identity in an increasingly populated digital field. Relevance in the current digital environment is a complex matter. Once a leader in social networking, it now occupies a niche space, often overshadowed by more prominent platforms. The remnants of its original user base linger, but the vast majority have migrated elsewhere, seeking modern features and streamlined interfaces. It serves as a relic of early internet culture, evoking nostalgia yet failing to capture the attention of new generations. The site exists as a reminder of what was once possible, a case study in how quickly technological preferences can shift. Efforts to pivot towards music and entertainment have met with limited success, appealing primarily to a specific audience rather than a broader demographic. This region of the digital sphere has become saturated, dominated by giants that continually innovate and adapt. Despite its diminished influence, there remains a small community that cherishes its history, a testament to the initial connections forged in its heyday. This enduring attachment offers insight into the human desire for social interaction. The fading company now finds itself at a crossroads where reinvention is imperative for relevance. While it cannot reclaim its former glory, it can serve as a platform for niche interests, fostering a unique sense of belonging. Yet the shadow of its former self looms large, a poignant reminder of the relentless march of progress in the digital age. The user experience deteriorated as the presence of spam and bots became increasingly pervasive. In an environment once celebrated for its personal expression and connectivity, this shift marked a significant turning point. Profiles began to overflow with unsolicited advertisements and automated messages, undermining the genuine interactions that had characterized early engagement. The allure of customization, once a defining feature, became overshadowed by a cacophony of irrelevant content. This region, once buzzing with authentic activity, transformed into a breeding ground for disillusionment. Users who had once eagerly shared their lives began to retreat, feeling overwhelmed by the relentless influx of unwanted communication. As the platform's identity morphed, it struggled to maintain the loyalty of its user base. In response to the expanding issue, efforts to filter and curb the invasive presence proved inadequate. The algorithms designed to enhance connectivity grew increasingly ineffective, leaving users to navigate through a labyrinth of noise. This erosion of trust led to a gradual decline in user engagement, amplifying the platform's vulnerabilities. Tech-savvy individuals sought refuge in emerging alternatives, while the fading company grappled with its inability to adapt. The essence of community, once vibrant, began to fade into obscurity as the digital landscape shifted irrevocably, illustrating the fragility of the online experience. The concept of social media fatigue emerged as user engagement dwindled, revealing a profound disconnection between individuals and their online interactions. This phenomenon stemmed from an overwhelming influx of content, leading to a sense of saturation. Users began to feel inundated by notifications, updates, and advertisements, prompting a retreat from platforms once deemed essential. In this region of digital interaction, the initial excitement transformed into weariness. Users sought respite from a relentless cycle of posts that no longer resonated with their interests or needs. The allure of connection morphed into a source of anxiety, as the pressure to stay relevant and engaged took a toll on mental well-being. Behavioral shifts became evident as individuals prioritized quality over quantity, gravitating towards more intimate and curated environments. It was no longer about mere presence. Individuals craved meaningful interactions that fostered genuine relationships. The decline of engagement rates mirrored this shift, with many choosing to reduce their online footprints or abandon platforms altogether. The remaining users exhibited a pronounced desire for authenticity, gravitating towards spaces that felt personal and less commercialized. This preference for sincerity shaped the development of new platforms, further marginalizing early pioneers. The fading company struggled to adapt, unable to rekindle the vibrant connections that once defined its essence. User interface played a critical role in shaping the user experience, significantly influencing retention rates. A cluttered and outdated interface can alienate users, making navigation cumbersome and frustrating. The once familiar layout of the fading company became an obstacle, overshadowed by the streamlined designs of emerging competitors. As preferences shifted towards minimalistic aesthetics and user-friendly features, it became increasingly evident that the existing platform fell short. Feedback from users revealed a longing for intuitive navigation and seamless interaction. many found themselves overwhelmed by the myriad of customization options that had initially attracted them. What was once considered innovative became a source of confusion. The contrast between the fading company and its competitors highlighted this disparity. New platforms prioritized simplicity and accessibility, drawing users away from a disjointed experience. The gradual erosion of user engagement reflected a broader trend in digital interaction. Individuals began to favor social media environments that offered clarity and ease. The fading company, with its complex interface, struggled to retain its loyal audience base, witnessing a steady decline in active users. This decline was not merely a consequence of changing tastes, but rather a stark reminder of how crucial user interface is in maintaining relevance in an ever-evolving digital landscape. The shift towards more user-centric designs marked a pivotal moment for social media as a whole. A careful examination of this decline reveals several critical lessons for businesses navigating the evolving digital landscape. The failure to adapt to user preferences underscored the importance of continuous innovation and responsiveness. This region, once dominated by a single entity, illustrates how complacency can lead to obsolescence. Myspace's initial success created a false sense of security, which the transition to mobile devices represented another key factor in this trajectory. As smartphone adoption surged, the failure to provide a seamless mobile experience alienated a significant user base. This serves as a reminder of the need for businesses to anticipate technological trends and pivot accordingly. It is vital to prioritize user experience across all platforms, ensuring accessibility and engagement. Additionally, the erosion of community trust became increasingly apparent. When privacy concerns arose, the brand's inability to address these issues effectively led to a loss of credibility. Companies must recognize that trust is a cornerstone of customer loyalty. Transparency and ethical practices are essential. Finally, the rapid evolution of competitors highlights the necessity of understanding market dynamics. Organizations must remain vigilant, constantly analyzing their positioning and adapting to external challenges. In the end, the decline of this once revered platform encapsulates the delicate balance between innovation, trust, and responsiveness in the digital age. Nostalgia often casts a long shadow over the remnants of the fading company. Memories of the early days evoke a sense of community, creativity, and personal expression. Users recall the thrill of customizing profiles with vibrant layouts and music playlists, crafting a unique online identity that resonated deeply with peers. Those formative experiences created bonds that many still cherish, lending an air of warmth to the memories of this platform. Yet the passage of time has given rise to a bittersweet sentiment. The once vibrant online space has transformed into a relic, a digital museum housing echoes of friendships and connections that have since faded. Some individuals reminisce fondly about their time spent exploring profiles and engaging in discussions, while others reflect on the missed opportunities for evolution that might have secured the platform's relevance. In this region of collective memory, the platform is often romanticized, depicted as a pioneer that paved the way for others in the social media landscape. This narrative has taken on a life of its own, shaping how new generations perceive the legacy of the platform. The juxtaposition of its vibrant past against the backdrop of its decline serves as a sobering reminder of the ever-shifting nature of digital engagement and the fleetingness of popularity in the online world. Marketing strategies that once propelled it to greatness became increasingly misaligned with the evolving landscape of social media. Initial campaigns effectively captured the youthful spirit of its user base, fostering a sense of community and connection. As competitors emerged, these efforts faltered, misjudging the desires and behaviors of users migrating toward newer platforms. Attempts to revitalize its image often fell flat, leading to confusion rather than engagement. An emphasis on music and entertainment, while initially successful, became overly focused and alienated diverse demographics. This narrowing of appeal reflected a misunderstanding of the platform's potential, limiting its reach and relevance. The introduction of advertising features intended to monetize the platform encountered backlash. Users viewed intrusive ads as disruptive rather than complementary, undermining the sense of belonging that had once characterized the experience. Efforts to phase in more structured advertising methods were met with skepticism, resulting in a diminishing user base that felt increasingly disconnected. These miscalculations culminated in disjointed messaging that failed to resonate. The brand's identity became muddled, leading users to question its direction. As competitors harnessed fresh approaches, it became clear that the fading company struggled to adapt to the rapidly changing preferences of its audience. The fallout from these marketing missteps contributed significantly to its decline in popularity and relevance. The gradual shift towards a digital ghost town became evident as users migrated to emerging platforms that promised fresh experiences. This transition marked a pivotal moment in the life cycle of the once dominant entity. The influx of new competitors offered innovative features that resonated with the evolving preferences of the online community. Features such as streamlined interfaces and mobile compatibility captured the attention of younger audiences, leaving this platform in the shadows of obsolescence. As the user base dwindled, engagement metrics fell sharply, leading to increased difficulty in attracting advertisers. The vibrant community that had flourished within its virtual walls began to fade, leaving behind an echo of what once was. This region, once bustling with social interaction, now lay bare, a relic of the early days of social media. Attempts to rejuvenate the platform through redesigns and rebranding efforts yielded little success. The nostalgia surrounding it did not translate into active participation. Instead, it became a museum of outdated features, where former users reminisced about their digital past without any genuine investment in its future. The once proud pioneer, now relegated to the annals of history, stands as a cautionary tale in the fast-paced world of technology, illustrating the fragility of digital prominence in an ever-evolving landscape. The erosion of user trust marked a pivotal moment in its decline. Security breaches became a recurring theme, revealing vulnerabilities that undermined confidence. Personal information was compromised, leaving millions exposed and leading to a palpable sense of betrayal among its user base. In an era where data security is paramount, these incidents cast long shadows over the fading entity's reputation. The response to these breaches was often perceived as inadequate. Attempts to reassure users felt hollow, overshadowed by the magnitude of the violations. As public awareness of data privacy grew, so did skepticism regarding the platform's commitment to safeguarding user information. This skepticism permeated the digital landscape, influencing perceptions of reliability and safety. Competing platforms capitalized on these missteps, presenting themselves as more secure alternatives. This shift in user allegiance was not merely a reaction to breaches, but a broader movement toward platforms that prioritized data integrity. The once thriving community, which had fostered connections and creativity, now faced an uphill battle to regain lost trust. Declining user engagement compounded the issue, as individuals sought refuge in environments perceived as safer. The cumulative effect of security lapses and diminished trust marked a significant turning point, sealing the fate of a platform that had once defined social media. The quiet decay of its influence continues to resonate in digital discourse. Initial aspirations of community and connection began to shift as the platform pivoted towards an emphasis on music. This transition marked a significant transformation in its identity, attempting to capitalize on a burgeoning industry of digital sound. artists discovered in this space an innovative way to share their work, forging a brief renaissance amidst an era of rapid technological advancement. Myspace embraced this emerging niche, positioning itself as a hub for musicians and their fans. Navigating through this shift, it attempted to curate an environment where music discovery flourished. Profiles became vibrant canvases showcasing songs, videos, and personal expressions of creativity. This rebranding attracted a new wave of users, drawn to the allure of connecting through art rather than mere social interaction. In this phase, the platform witnessed moments of resurgence, as emerging artists gained visibility and audiences connected with them in ways that traditional media had failed to provide. Yet this focus on music could not sustain the broader engagement necessary for survival. The allure of vibrant profiles faded over time, overshadowed by the rise of more agile competitors. As engagement dwindled, the platform's efforts to maintain relevance became increasingly strained, illustrating the complexities of transformation in a fast-evolving digital landscape. The music-centric pivot. The music-centric pivot provided a temporary influx of users, yet it failed to address the underlying issues plaguing the platform. Monetization strategies relied heavily on advertising revenue, which became increasingly difficult to sustain. As competition intensified, the platform struggled to maintain user engagement, leading to a decline in the active user base. The interface, once a hallmark of customization, grew cumbersome and unattractive, alienating both new and returning users. Data privacy concerns emerged, casting a long shadow over the trust that was crucial for a social media platform. Decisions regarding user data management lacked transparency, resulting in skepticism among users. The inability to adapt to changing market trends further compounded these issues. While emerging competitors introduced streamlined user experiences, Myspace remained tethered to its outdated model. Leadership changes contributed to a lack of coherent vision. Strategic missteps accompanied by fragmented decision-making created an environment where innovation faltered. The platform's once vibrant community began to fragment, leading to isolation among users who sought new platforms that offered a more polished social experience. As users migrated, Myspace struggled to redefine its identity. These cascading failures illustrate the fragility of digital platforms in the face of evolving consumer expectations and competitive dynamics, sealing the fate of this once dominant entity. The influence of regulatory changes significantly impacted operations. New privacy laws introduced in various jurisdictions prompted many platforms to reassess their data handling practices. A sudden influx of compliance requirements strained resources, forcing it to divert attention from innovation to legal frameworks. This shift resulted in a gradual loss of agility, as adaptation to regulations consumed considerable time and effort. Amidst these pressures, competitors thrived, embracing a more streamlined approach to data protection that resonated with users. The departure of advertisers followed, as brands increasingly prioritized platforms that demonstrated compliance and commitment to user safety. Financial instability grew, exacerbating the struggle to maintain relevance in an unforgiving market. The adaptation to changing regulations often resulted in convoluted user agreements and privacy settings that alienated the very audience it sought to retain. Users, confused and frustrated by the complexities, began to seek refuge in platforms that offered simplicity and transparency. In this region of digital interaction, clarity became a valued currency. As the operational framework became encumbered by the weight of compliance, it lost touch with the vibrant community that had once flourished. The gradual erosion of trust deepened the chasm between it and its former user base, further entrenching its decline in an increasingly competitive landscape. User communities once thrived within the confines of the platform, serving as the lifeblood of interaction and engagement. These groups fostered a sense of belonging, allowing individuals to connect over shared interests. As the platform struggled to adapt to evolving user needs, these communities began to fracture. Users sought solace in alternative environments where their voices could be heard without the encumbrance of outdated algorithms and privacy concerns. The migration to newer platforms was not merely a loss of users, it signified a shift in cultural dynamics. Individuals gravitated toward spaces that prioritized authentic interactions and provided tools for self-expression. In this new landscape, the void left by the fading company was palpable. Subcultures and niche interests found refuge elsewhere, often thriving in communities fostering genuine connectivity and support. The impact of these changes reverberated throughout the social media sphere. Competitors capitalized on the growing dissatisfaction, creating platforms that emphasized user agency and transparency. This evolution rendered the once dominant platform increasingly irrelevant. The decline was not simply a matter of lost users, but rather the dismantling of the very fabric that had initially attracted them. As the digital landscape continued to shift, the company struggled to reclaim its identity. New platforms emerged, capturing the attention of users with innovative features and user-friendly interfaces. This transition marked a significant turning point as engagement began to dwindle. The fading company witnessed a steady decline in its user base, unable to adapt to the rapid evolution of social media practices. New entrants, focused on simplicity and connectivity, drew users away with their fresh approaches, leaving it behind in the shadows of its own once vibrant community. These developments served as a critical lesson for future social media ventures. Prioritizing user experience became paramount, as evolving tastes and expectations demanded constant innovation. The importance of mobile accessibility and seamless integration with daily life took center stage, with users seeking platforms that complemented their routines rather than complicating them. Analyzing Myspace's trajectory reveals the necessity for adaptability and vigilance. Companies must remain attuned to emerging trends and technological advancements, ensuring that they not only keep pace, but also anticipate the shifting desires of their user base. This region of digital communication has proven unforgiving to those that falter. Successful platforms cultivate a deep understanding of their users' needs, fostering engagement through personalized experiences. The remnants of Myspace stand as a reminder of a once thriving entity, now a cautionary tale etched in the annals of digital history. Cultural milestones emerged from this platform, signifying a revolutionary shift in how individuals connected and expressed themselves online. Users flocked to it, crafting personal profiles that served not just as digital identities, but as vibrant reflections of their lives. The early 2000s witnessed an explosion of creativity as custom layouts and music playlists filled the pages, allowing for an unprecedented level of personal expression. Significant moments punctuated its existence. The introduction of the blog feature enabled users to share thoughts and experiences, transforming everyday reflection into a shared community dialogue. Friend requests became a social currency, marking the importance of online connections in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. These interactions fostered a sense of belonging and community that resonated deeply with its users. The platform played a pivotal role in the rise of independent music, providing a space for emerging artists to connect directly with audiences. Notable bands gained traction, utilizing the platform for promotion and engagement, while users discovered music tailored to their preferences, creating a landscape rich in discovery. With its decline, nostalgia permeates the memories of those who once thrived in this digital realm. The fading company now evokes a sense of longing for a time when personal connections blossomed in a simpler, more exploratory online environment. Moments shared within its confines linger as echoes of what once was. In the twilight of its influence, the fading company stands as a testament to the ephemeral nature of digital prominence. The early days were marked by innovation and an almost palpable excitement. It was a platform where connections flourished and creativity thrived. As users poured their identities into customizable pages, this region became a canvas, rich with personal expression. Yet, the very elements that once drew millions began to suffocate its growth. The expansive architecture of user-generated content created an environment that, while vibrant, the platform's eventual decline is not merely a story of lost users, but a reflection on the importance of foresight and responsiveness. As time passed, the once thriving community dwindled, leaving behind digital ruins. These remnants provide insight into the volatile nature of technology and the human experience. The rise and fall of Myspace serves as a quiet reminder that success is transient, and the landscape of social interaction is ever-changing, requiring constant vigilance and innovation.